So I can get in this one. I liked playing with this Eshites guy. Going second. And it's great. Still on Nekuzar. Yep. Ooh. Quaze is really good in the Nekuzar table. Trying to decide if I want to play this Desert of the Mindful turn 1 or save it to cycle it later. I'm going to play it as a land. Just to guarantee that I have land drops. Okay. It's unnecessary for your vehicle to be that loud. Luckily, I have Thought Vessel to at least take advantage of this Howling Mine and not have it just be like not tearing apart my hand. That wouldn't be the right way to word it, but take full advantage of the Howling Mine, I guess. Oops. What would you like to do with your 4 mana? Fade Unraveler. Everyone's in cahoots. I don't even know if I necessarily want to get rid of like Fade Unraveler anytime soon. That's going to be the way that we keep Quasar like on parity. I guess it does mean that we take double damage. Oh. I was trying to figure out what happened there. And it was just Fate Unraveler went on the stack because of turn got past to Quasar. Drawn. Please don't attack me. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Nekazar's helping you. Quasar has played basic lands. I feel like this is just going to eat removal. And to try to start getting a board presence. Good old Innistrad cards. So let's see. We're drawing 1, 2, 3. Taking 6. Retro. I could, in my upkeep, unsummon the Fate Unraveler. Oh, yeah. Wait, it just became my favorite player at this table. Disenchant your Fate Unraveler. So now the question is, do I unsummon Nekuzar in my upkeep? Or could I have the Nekuzar ability to get onto the stack, bounce it? Try. I'm going to turn off my auto yields. Take that, Westvale Abbey. Oh, they're ripping their hand apart. I could actually, in my upkeep, bounce Nekuzar and filter out. Slow this game down considerably. That is fine. So let's see if this lets us do it the way that I want to. That's resolving last. Draws an additional card. Unsummon your Nekuzar. And cast filter out. Oh no, that's also going to bounce my Thought Vessel. So sure. Just cancel casting that. Imprisoned in the Moon. So I think I need to get in at the Drana player for now. I have 4 mana. I could filter out an Opt. And hold up offer you can't refuse. This is an interesting part of Magic Online. It's like, do I try and politic around this? Yes, dude. I mean, I get why you'd want to blow up Talrand, but I guess I won't say that. I don't really want to. I don't have plans to like blow up Nekuzar. Ideally, I would like to. Do I want to disdainful stroke this? That's fine. Yeah. Get your tutor on, dude. Oh, oh my. 7 cards in hand. Sure, I'll take 3. A pretty good disdainful stroke target. Just be nuking my board. It's a cool card though. Treasure Cruise. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get Arcane Signet into play. Should be mana 5. Do I want to take a whole turn off just to get the Descent of Perfection into play? Yeah, whatever. So, I did tell him I'll leave him alone. So let's go to combat. Get in at that guy. Get in at you, and we'll get in at you. 2 at each. Was this the game whose description was no Chungus? Oh, it's just casual. I think the no Chungus was the last game. Been a pretty good game. Everyone seems pretty high spirited in this pod. I could fabricate for coat of arms next turn. Interestingly, if I tap Arcane Signet Thought Vessel. Oh no. Discards a card. I was gonna say I could replay them after filter out, but I can't. I guess if I had Mana Crypt, I could play it, tap them 4, bounce everything, replay the 3 of those for 4. So in that world, filter out would kind of net me 1 mana. I'd be bouncing 7 things of my opponents. Yeah, this filter out just seems pretty interesting. Depending on what this Quasar does. Like if I filtered out now, I would hit my 2 rocks, 2 soul rings, at pretty much everything on the Nekazar's board. Swiftfoot Boots would be off of Drana. It's not like I even. Well, I guess I could filter out into imprisoning the moon on Drana. I don't know how great that seems. I guess it depends where she starts swinging. Interesting. Never heard of that card. It's time. A wheel here would be devastating. Just actually devastating. Take 14 from drawing. I would discard 7. So I would be dead with a wheel. Meaning, this has to be held up from here on out. I guess if I hold up these 2, filter out and an offer you can't refuse. Pretty good. But I'm gonna have a hard time. If I imprison in the moon something and then filter out, this is gonna bounce back to my hand. Treasure Cruise is kind of just feeding into the Nekazar thing. I would cast Treasure Cruise, take 6 damage. Is what my turn would be. I'm already drawing 3, taking 3. No, I'm drawing 3, taking 6. I mean, I could try to reason with the Nekazar player, get this Imprisoned in the Moon down, and be like, put it on. I To me, it feels less bad to put it on to Obnixilis because it's not your commander. But we have kind of had the deal going that I'm not going to mess with their stuff, or specifically they're an Obnixilis. Here in the chat, leave Obby alone and I will refrain from doing bad things, which I assume meant like a wheel. Douthie Slayer. What a neat little card. Why did my opponent float all of their mana? Helldozer. What is this card? This card's awesome. Original Ravnica. Who is it? What? A zombie giant? That has to be Golgari, right? Demir? I wouldn't think. Spicy giant. I wouldn't think that's Orzhov. That doesn't really make sense. I wouldn't think it's Rakdos. That doesn't really make sense. That card's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say there's only currently 2 targets for Helldozer. Oh, the bargaining. So here's what I need to do. Killing us with the drawings. They are. I'm gonna draw 1, 2, 3. It takes 6. So I'm gonna try and end this game on my next turn. So what I need to do is 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 4 for Whispering Wizard. I have 8 mana now. So next turn I can fabricate into coat of arms. Naming, or not naming anything, just for Drake. Dawson of Perfection. That's the insect. If I go this turn, I need to hold up an offer you can't refuse, so I can play 2 more things. So let's cast Serum Visions first. I am going to draw a card and take 2. Make a bunch of tokens. Is Talrand a wizard? He is a wizard, so this will actually flip now. 1. What are the wizard? Oh, this is a wizard too. It's funny. Just instantly flip. Scry 2. Let's put both of these on the bottom. Niblis of Frost. I have 9 mana next turn. So I can go this turn. I'm going to get Favorable Winds out. I can't hold up, Filter out, and an offer you can't refuse. So I could have not played Favorable Winds here to have both of them up as possibilities, but I'm just going to opt to only have an offer you can't refuse. Oh, and he gives my commander flying. That's hilarious. So let's get in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 12. So I can get in for 21. But we've kind of had a deal, so I'll just hit him for 7. Hit Docs for 5. And then hit this Jordan ZA for 9. Divide it up a little bit like that. He's already pretty low. So I kind of want to utilize all of the Nekazar stuff that he has going on to get Jordan, ZA, and Docs down as low as possible. It'll make my Alpha Strike that I'm going to be going for next turn a little bit easier. So I'm spreading the love now. I probably could have pointed a little bit more damage at this at the Nekazar player, but then that kind of draws their ire from the sort of co-op thing that we have going on. Yeah, and goal next turn is fabricate into coat of arms. 3, 4 drakes, 1, 2 wizards. Cephalid what? Advisor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fabricate will be 5. Offer you can't refuse will be 6. Can possibly get a treasure cruise off next turn too. Kind of depends what life totals are looking like. I'm holding up a lot of this stuff right now as blockers to try and live till my next turn. He also has they also have the Helldozer to possibly blow up my Desert of the Mindful. Kami, sure. We're currently drawing 4. 1, 2, 3. Draw for turn 2, 3, 4. Taking 8. But the Quasar player is going to be drawing 4. So here is the wheel that I have to counter, or else I die. Now, if they have a second wheel, then they have gotten us graveyard, so we actually see that as well. They have a second wheel, then they have gotten us. Let's make spirits. Oh no, this is the thing making spirits. Ew. Oh. Ah. Catch up, Magic Online chat. I don't blame him for wanting to go after something. I don't blame them for wanting to go after something. You countered my spell. Yeah, I did, or else I would be dead. You've got me. Time warp. Had to burn kind of an unfortunate amount of. Had to bring a blanket. Kind of had to use my interaction at some unfortunate times this game. That's kind of what you sign up for if you're going for a counterspell heavy sort of deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards are now in my graveyard. Yeah, I mean, if it gets around to my turn, I have the game. Just being able to kind of just cast all the things that I have. Time warping is obviously going to be really good. So on my turn, the interesting thing I need to consider is if I 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, 9 for my land drop. If I go cast Time Warp, cast Imprison of the Moon, assuming he doesn't Helldoze my land, which if he does, then that's all I can do. Then I could, if he doesn't, play Island. Imprison of the Moon will be on Nekuzar. How many are we drawing? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take 8. I 1, 2, 3 to fabricate in my upkeep. That'll stop me from drawing 1 card. Okay. The swords here makes it a lot easier for me. Still drawing 3, but only taking 3. So now I can Imprison in the Moon onto Ob Nixilis, cast Time Warp. If I don't get Helldozed, no matter what, I can cast these 2. If I get Helldozed, that's all I can do. If I don't get Helldozered, I can also cast Treasure Cruise. Which will give me another Drake. Swing with what I can. Next turn, my next turn would be untapping, fabricating for Coat of Arms. Propaganda. It messes with it a little bit. You literally just tried to kill me. Drana's turn is going to be pretty big for sculpting what I'm doing. They're kind of just telling me what my game gets to be. Well, he can one-shot you. So interestingly, if I can survive the Ob Nixilis draws, I can save the 3 Imprisoned in the Moon mana. For Fabricate, and that'll get rid of the Propaganda. Fabricate will get rid of the Propaganda and the Ob Nixilis. God. Okay. It's in for 8, 5, first strike, 6, 7 with the counter, 8. Hit them for 8. Blue and a white mana up for the Quasar player. 9 mana for the Drana player. Now, if they want to destroy our 3 lands, they don't have enough mana. They can destroy 2 non-basics. Which, oh, I thought that was a Rakdos Carnarium. If I'm them, I probably hit Reliquary Tower, possibly Desert of the Mindful. Like Reliquary Tower to me is the number one choice. I guess they are only at 3 cards in hand, so maybe not. Sure. Got it. Take me off as much mana as possible. You could just destroy another one of my islands. Be a pretty lame way to try and keep me out of the game. I get it, but Reliquary Tower. It gives me my Treasure Cruise mana. Phyrexian Rager, yes. Okay, so now 5, 6, 7. Next turn 5, 6, 7, 8. I go up to 8. Time Warp. So I need a Time Warp, get in as much damage as possible. Then I can Coat of Arms. Try and win. They're going down to 10. Additional card, draw an additional card. So the only thing that's hurting me right now is the Obnixilus off draws. Could have played Castle of Interest there instead. So let's getting Prison of the Moon down. I think I want to go to combat first. Before I decide to Time Warp. So let's go Docks, Docks, Docks for 9 in the air. 10, 11. Then Queza for 6, 8. And we'll get the little 1/1s in at the Nekazar player. Actually, let's just swing everything else at the Nekazar player. Oh, that's right. Okay. So I need to kill everyone but the propaganda player. 5. So 4 at you. You. Nekazar. 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 Let's try that. Let's see what this is targeting. I mean, they'd probably still die with the time warp. Myself, please. Replay on my mana rocks. I had to filter out there to get around the propaganda. Okay, so now let's 18. What am I missing here? They could have for 2. They do have 8 cards in hand. Oh, I just conceded. They were all pretty good sports. I honored this guy last game, so I'm gonna give it to the Quasar player. See what Treasure Cruise would have gotten us. Maybe. Hey. Oh, just kicked me out. Said quit doing that. Okay, cool. So we got the Talrand win. We played 3 games a day. 1, 2. Sorcery speed magic, man.